Hi, everybody. I'm live. And today, I know I said I was going to color in Fairy Miracles or Fairy Celebrations, but what's happening is the book is not staying flat when I try to get the book to be flat. So we decided to color from another Klara Markova book. This one is from Tenderful and Magical Delights. I think that's what I named the stream, Magical Delights. If not, I'll change it later on. This is the one with the red cover. So I have all my pencils out today. I have some on my bed. I have some over here. I have some in the bag underneath me. So they're all different. So I was laughing when I found these. Everybody should be aware what these are. These are the Blick pencils. Now, these haven't been used in some time, so I might think about using these. These are the Blicks. These are very old. They're not as well known as some people like them to be done. So they're nice. And then I have the Quillan Sean pencils. See, these are the Blick Studios, and these are the Quillan Sean because I have some metallic ones. So that's why they look a little bit different. So make sure you guys are in live chat and not in the other chat. So I found those. I have every pencil out today, so everything is out. Nothing is off limits. If you want a specific thing to me to color, I even have my Teresa. Yay, Michelle is here. Are you still streaming, Michelle? Because I didn't want to stop your stream if you are busy streaming. You know, and then I have my Quillan pencils, which are these pencils over here. These are the metallic ones. See here, I have some metallic pencils. They're not very good. So I have a lot of different colored pencils here and things like that. All the pencils are out today. Everything is out today. So my King Art pencils, I found these. Miss Michelle, these look like Castle Art, but they're not. These are the King Art pencils. These are a budget pencil that you guys may not be familiar with. I think I could do a whole stream just on the number of pencils I have. If you guys really want to do the pencils. I have enough pictures in my finished pages for this month to do a finished pages stream too. That's how much I colored this month. Really. So. What is this color? Pink. I don't know why I like pink castles or magenta castles. These are the King Art pencils. So these are very different pencils. These look like the Castle Arts, but believe me, they're not the Castle Arts. So these are what we're going to do the flowers in. This is rose pink. Every pencil is out today. Every brand of pencils I own is out, with the exception of the Derwent ink pens. But we'll take those out when we do watercolors. The other day, me and my mother went out to Target this weekend because Target is open because they obviously sell food and groceries and medicine. So I guess that's why. Let's go think about that, Judy. Let's look at how many pencils I own. Let's look at this. King Art. I don't know how many pencils I own, but I did recently give away a set of pencils. I do have one last set of pencils now because I'm not using that set. I don't really care for it. It's just not for me. But I gave them to Miss Michelle, and they were featured today in her stream. I own a lot of pencils. So, guys, would you mind if I answer Jean's question if we count how many sets of pencils I own? Miss June wants to know how many sets. King Art, number 1. The Dick Blick and the 3 sets of Queen Sean pencils. Guys, this is the Dick Blick, all of them. So that's set 2. And then set 3 would be some Queen Sean pencils, the metallics. And then the pastels that I got, which is really nice, by the way. You guys really want to see how nice it is? These are nice, the pastels. So let me show you these. These are the Clichons. Oh, no, I don't really use these often enough. Well, these were a budget-friendly pencil, the Clichons. And I'm going to put the pink in here. So 2 and 3. There are a lot of different ones. Depends on the budget. There are a lot of different pencils depending on your budget. So I'm just going to keep the pink and purple one out here. So you have the King Art, the Blick, the Queen Sean pencils, which is 3. The Soho pencils, which I have 2 sets of these because I was given an extra set by somebody. So this is the 4th set of pencils, which is the Soho 72 pencils. And this is not to brag, guys. I bought this over time. I didn't buy it all at once. I want everybody to be aware of that. So everybody can see. Somebody keep track of how many pencils there are. You know what? I'll keep track. 1. It's not the... I can see you, Robin. Don't worry, I see you, Robin. Luminance pencils. This all came out at I didn't get this all at once, so I want everybody to know that this is not right. This is a great deal of pencils we're doing. Stabilo pastels. These were gifted to me. I made a trade for these. Now, here's the issue with these, and I'm going to be polite and say that here's the thing with these. I have some issue with them because every time I use them, they smudge in paper. So I don't know what is the problem, if I'm not using them correctly or if I'm just not. So that is... Six is Stabilo pastel pencils. Arteza colored pencils. Someone asked me how many. They're all out today. So that would be number 7. And that's the original set of Arteza pencils. These are the expert ones. Let's see what these are. Let's see what these are. Oh, the June Gold pencils. And we all know who enabled those. I don't care. I think I know what's in this because I don't care who you are. Everybody has a set of these because these are our basic pencils. These are our very basic pencils. Depends on the paper. Some people say yes, some people say no, but it really doesn't erase because they're mechanical. Crayolas. That's okay. These are Crayola colored pencils, the 100 set. I have some loose sets in my other box somewhere. I took most of them out. I think maybe my Color Soft and my Intense pencils are in the boxes there. So that's set 9. 10. Now this is the 5 sets of Black Widows. These are all the 5 sets of the Black Widows. So I put them as one set because really to me they're all the same pencil. No, they're different. It's the same brand essentially. So that was what I put out there. Runzil. These were given to me by a friend. These are the soft grip pencils and they're really nice. I don't use them too often. If you guys want to see them, these are very soft. They're called Runzil and they're soft gripped. This will be a demonstration. This is how the pink works in it. It has a very soft grip on these. Which ones are expensive? A lot of these were not expensive. Maybe the early ones were expensive. No, not all my pencils were expensive. The Black Widows were $18 for a set. So if you do 18 by 5, then you get the Black Widows themselves are not expensive. And this was all done over time, Jean. This wasn't all. And some of these were gifts. Some of these I bought at conferences. This here, the Bronzils, these were a gift from a friend. Pen. Sometimes when you go to, book conferences or Comic Cons, they'll be selling colored stuff. Like some of the companies do sell at the conventions coloring books, coloring supplies. So keep your eye out for that because sometimes at the book conferences, at the Comic Con, they will be selling art supplies because it is an art medium. So sometimes they like to show their wares out to the artists and then other people too because they want to introduce their mediums and they think maybe that artists can benefit from their mediums. So keep that in mind. We should call this how different pencils perform on this paper. These were a gift from a friend. I think she was in the art store. And she asked me if I would mind trying something. And I go, not at all. She wanted me to try them because she had them, so we could color with the same supply. So you see how different the mediums are. Yeah, there are. This is a smoother paper. Different pencils will respond differently to your pencils. Like most of the pencils are, not all of them. I think I have like 3 to 5 brands in the other box over there, so keep that in mind. These are my favorite. Everybody knows what these are, basically. Prismas. There are differences in pencils too. This is a 72 set of Schriftfarbens. I sometimes have them up and down because I'm busy working in something with them, so keep that in mind. This is the 72 set of Schriftfarbens. I have them all over the place because I do a lot of work with these pencils. Keep that in mind. Pablo's. These are nice too. These have really nice light colors. These are nice too. These are Pablo's. I like these a little bit better than my Luminance. This set was given to me by my father, so I think I've replaced them maybe a few colors once or twice already. But I haven't had to replace a lot of the colors, but there are some colors that I use more than other colors. Anybody who has colored pencils knows this. And this is like my favorite sharpener. This here is my favorite sharpener of all my sharpeners to use because it sharpens almost everything except the pastel pencils well. But for pastel colors, you need a sharpener that's specifically made for pastels. They do sell them, so keep that in mind when you buy pastel pencils, like the Stabilos, not the Holbein pastels, but the Stabilos because they're chalk pencils. They're not what you call oil pencils, and they're not oil pastels, which are different, or wax pastels. I think there's such a thing as wax pastels, but I could be wrong. Someone said it's only oil and chalk pastels, but I don't know if that's true. And then you have pan pastels, which are yours will look slightly different because it's going to be different color. You're welcome. So I want you guys to get like kind of the idea that every pencil is going to be a little bit different. Even the green, the thing I like about this set is that it has lots and lots of beautiful, beautiful greens. And it, like some sets have more greens and then other sets have more browns in them. You'll notice that. You put this up here, and then you go like this with it, and then you put it in the thing here. No problem. Every pencil's going to be different. Like this is my favorite sharpener for everything. If you can get this one because it'll save you so much time and effort in pencil breakage. Sometimes this is a thing that happens with a lot of pencils, and a lot of us know this that use pencils. Go up to 14. 14 was Pablo's. Okay. It's okay. Now, we all do different things with our pencils. But, see, one of the things I like about some of these pencils more than others is some pencils work. And I'll be honest with you, some pencils are not as good as other pencils. What pencils? Now, this is a set of pencils that I got as a budget set. Now, when I bought these were like $30. Some of these pencils, like this one here, is like $30. When I got my Artisas, they were like $35, $40 for the 72. Now they have 120 set. But to me, I'm not going to buy 120 pencils because I already feel like I have enough of a selection of pencils that it doesn't. They're called Deli or Star Joy pencils, and these work. I'm going to tell you right now, these work exceptionally well in the Hannah Lynn books. A lot of pencils don't work well in those books. Some in Create Space paper, some of the Create Space paper is iffy, so sometimes you have to fool around with it to make it work. But all of this is really pretty. This one. Now these are also called Star Joys on Amazon, but these are Deli colored pencils. These are Deli colored pencils. Not a lot of people use these. I think I know one other person who uses these besides me in the community, but they are very good pencils. So, give you an idea what they look like. These are the Deli colored pencils. Somehow this became a stream about pencils. They're called Deli. Yes, there's a community. Everybody who's here, like Michelle, Robin, Kim, anybody who's live streaming, like Sammy of Sammy's Color and Chat, Heather of Color and Fill, A Colorful Life, which is Miss Ann Siggers, who's just a lovely human being. All of us are part of a community. And then there's Facebook groups. I have a Facebook group. Jen, Reading with Pugs, has a Facebook group. Then there's people like Belinda, May, who do amazing watercolor and stuff and help you with diamond painting as well. Mm-hmm. Yep, a lot of us have Facebook groups. Well, they're called Star Joy on the channel. So try to keep the name straight when you buy them because sometimes they go under another name when you buy them. Yeah, I stopped coloring in 2016, 2015. So I would say about 5 years. This is all the stuff that I've acquired within 5, 6 years. They're also called Star Joy. Look for them on the Star Joy. They might not be selling them anymore because they might be out of stock. These go out of stock really fast. Sometimes they go in and out of stock. But you see this paper, is different, Jane, because it has texture. Yeah, whatever you're interested in, you can find a community for it on Facebook, YouTube. There's a couple of different bases of pencils. You're gonna get wax, oil. Then there's a couple of different grades of pencils. You're going to get your starter pencils, your budget-friendly pencils, artist pencils. Too, keep that in mind. There's 3 classifications of pencils. Your starter pencils, which is basically things like Crayola, Crazy Art, would be considered your starter pencils. Your budget-friendly pencils would be things like Artezas, Schifferfarben, which I said before. Your deli-colored pencils, your Artezas. Artezas are iffy depending on the person if they're budget-friendly pencil or not. Depends on your budget too. Then you get your artist grade pencils, which are like your Prismas, your Pablos, your Luminants, your Faber-Castells. Oh yes, the water-based ones. Don't forget, there's Inktense, which are the only pencils which have ink in them. If you're doing the Derwent Inktense. Thank you, Miss Kim, for that. I forgot about that. So, no, you have to remember these things. Let's take a darker color. Now, if you really want to get the most out of your pencils, you want to, this works on all of my brands, even my Prismas, even my realistic pencils. We haven't even gotten to what's in my boxes, my old boxes. This is going to force me to go through my boxes. Now, this is number 143. They're called deli colored pencils, but they're also known as Star Joy. So look under if you guys want them, look under Star Joy. Yes, a lot of us also do diamond painting. A lot of the colorists have become diamond painters too, and they really like it. I said I wouldn't end up liking it, and I ended up loving diamond painting. Mm-hmm. Don't worry, as soon as I'm done this, we'll go to the next set. I think I did 15 so far. The other pencils are in there too, guys, that I haven't even touched. You know, coloring's good for the mind, but I'm going to have to reorganize my supplies anyway, so this is probably a good thing that I've probably taken out my pencils and then figuring out what I'm going to do with all my stuff. Am I going to give it away to somebody? Just so I can show you that these are considered a budget-friendly pencil. I want people to understand that they don't have to spend a lot to get these. So. Now the next set of pencils I have these are called Sazon Pencils, not to be confused with the other Sazon Pencils, which are 160. These are called P Sazons. They're very much like the Schifferfarben. I don't use these too often because I don't really like them as much as I like the Schifferfarben. And unlike the Schifferfarben, which at least have numbers on the pencils, these have no numbers on them, no names on them. They're like the Schifferfarbens. They look almost identical to them, except for the thing that says P Sazon. So if you didn't know any better, you would think these were cheap Schifferfarben knockoffs. And they're the same amount of money, to tell you the truth. Really are. They really are the same amount of money. They're called pieces on. These are the plays and ons. These are another budget-friendly pencils. Those people who opt for these can't afford the. Most people who opt for these opt for if you opt for these, it's on A because you can't get the strip of farb, they're not in stock for whatever reason. And these are they're very similar, but they're not the same quality as the strip of farbs. I know that Rita what is her name? Rita Brown is her name. She's a colorist on YouTube. She also does a lot of work with these pencils, the Sazon pencils. Hi, Miss Ann. We're talking about pencils and how different they all are. Someone asked me how many sets of pencils I have here. And I recently gave away a set of colored pencils to Miss Michelle. I gave her my Amazon Basics, so I no longer have my Amazon Basics. So. Miss Ann's here. I'm not working with markers today. Oh, Miss Ann's here. Yes. Also, guys, let's go into 17. My 12th set of Holbein's pastels. Now, little thing. I did order a new set of these for $50. So I did get a new set of these. They're on their way. They're not here yet. So keep that in mind. So these are what you call a pastel, and these are considered the best pencils in the world. I got these as a gift from a lovely lady. I'm not going to say her name because she wants to be anonymous, but this was given to me by a lovely subscriber a few years ago. So as you can see, I've used these over the last 2 or 3 years, and I've really used these in a lot of my projects, as you can see. So. And here we're going to put, this is salmon pink, which is like an orangey pink. So. You see how nice those work? So I ordered the big set that I'm getting from Amazon. Castle's going to be blue. I already know the castle's going to be blue. And this is mauve. I already showed the June Gold pencils, Miss Ann, and I already showed the King Rock pencils. So this is what you do with them. So those are 17. Castle's going to be purple. Blue's going to be blue. I know, I have a lot. And I'm going to put my Holbeins that are coming. These are just right now, I just use this as a holding container. These are just a holding container where I keep spare pencils, but I'm thinking of keeping my 50 set of Holbeins in here because I think I have just enough. I think I'll have just enough to hold the 50 in here. But this is what I've been keeping the spare pencils in. So I have another thing where I keep all my spare pencils, like 2 cases where I keep my spare pencils. So I was keeping the spares in there. So that's probably the case that I'm going to be using in there. Yes, we're seeing how many sets of pencils does Grace have. Now these are what we consider an artist grade pencil. But if you don't have money to buy if you don't have money to buy Prismas or Faber-Castell polychromos and you want a good artist set of pencils, you usually can get these for about $60 to $80. Really? So these are like a good alternative because they're $60 to $80. Now, this is what they consider these an artist grade pencil, even though they're less money than the Prismas and the polys, but they are considered these are Lyris, or even less than the Luminance pencils by Caran d'Ache. So these are just beautifully done colors. They're not as bright as some of your colors, guys. But this is Dark Flesh. This is a Lyra pencil, and this is a polychromos. Now, these are what you call a polycolor. This is considered a skin tone, but I've not been able to use this as a skin tone. So I use it more as like a floral color. These rub very hard on the paper, so this does not work well on this paper because I hear, yes, a polychromos. We'll get to that later. Right now, the polys are about $300 on Amazon. I got gifted my polys, my first full set of polys I was gifted, my first full set of Prismas I was gifted. And I was gifted I wasn't gifted my Luminous, but I was gifted my Pablos. So 3 of my sets I was gifted. Well, 4 if you include the small set of Holbeins. When I bought these were like $60 to $80. Now, it's funny because these are very scratchy. I can feel it and hear it in there. This is my favorite sharpener of all time. It's called a Swordfish. It's a hand crank. I love this sharpener. And this is courtesy because of Miss Sammy, Color and Chat with Sammy. These kind of feel like a wax pencil to me. Like they're not as... I've had dubs in the department with pencils. Everybody is enabled by somebody in the community. These pencils, I'll tell you what books these work well in. Believe it or not, the polycolors work really. Carbons in the polycolors. Yeah. No, what did I do? Where did I put the pencil? This is why I put a plastic thing underneath my thing, you know? So. Yeah, but you know, what happened this year I gotta tell you what happened when we were in Target the other day. You know, me and my mother went to Target because my mother wanted to get a few things. So, my pencils are all over the place. So, don't worry about it. Those are gel pens. We don't need those. Those are gel pens. Okay. There's only these 2. You know, I think we all have our good days and bad days. Now, a few days ago, Me and my mother went to Target because, my mother wanted to see what they had and things like that. So then I bought these at a conference. And I only think these come in 12 set. I was told these were the best pencils in the world, apparently. You can see. These were supposedly supposed to be the best pencils in the world, I was told. But we all know that people lie. This is the green in it. I only have 12 of them. And I was never able to find them. We are coloring in Magical Delights today by Klara and Markova. Because the other book I wanted to color in didn't want to sit flat for whatever reason. Was it Fairy Celebrations or Fairy Miracles? I can't remember, but one of the two books didn't want to lay flat, so I chose this one instead, and this picture instead. So this way everything is fun for me to do. Now these are supposedly I got at a conference. They said these were the best pencils in the world that I should try. They're good pencils. I wouldn't know about calling them the best pencils in the world. They give nice color. And let me tell you something, these were not cheap at the conference. I think, what did I pay, $22 for them with tax? Yeah, it's kind of funny that you speak about reading. I'm reading this right now because I didn't want to read a review book. I wanted to read something for pleasure. And I think I'm like 2/3 left of the book. So I'm like, I only have this much left to read of the book. So I'm reading a contemporary novel right now. And it's in the Kowalskis, and there's a lot of books in this series. It's like a tremendous amount of books. But these are two spin-off characters who are in the Kowalskis, but they're not actually members of the family. So, and what's funny is they're very opposite of each other, the couple. It's not much left there to read, and they're very opposite. Oh, so let me tell you what happened at the Target. So me and my mother are walking in, getting our stuff. They're nice. They're not the best pencils I've used, so that was an exaggeration. And I've used a lot of pencils, but they're not my favorite to die for. So they're nice. I wouldn't say that they're like outstanding in any way. Then Angel Detloff sent me these. Now these are Da Vinci pencils. Now these are really hard to get. I can't even find a set on Amazon. If I do find a set on Amazon, they're really expensive. The bigger sets. And this is a set of 18. And I only got this because I ordered a coloring book from Angel Detloff, who's an independent artist on Etsy. This is a set of 18, but there are bigger sets out there, these. I got this courtesy of an artist who sent it to me from buying a book from herself. That's why I got this set. As you can see, they're black. And this little, I haven't used them very much. How dark are you of a color? That's them. And that's like a moss color. We can make that work. Oh, these are going very smoothly on this paper, surprisingly. Well, sometimes paper doesn't always. And what was nice about these came pre-sharpened too. They're very different pencils than any other pencils I have. I don't use them too much, so everything was taken out today because I was looking for the right pencils, and then I just started taking everything out. I wanted to clean out the drawer, see what I actually had, and then I was like, you know what, I need to start streaming because I need to start using this stuff. So I was like, let me use it. I got coffee from around the block. Before that, I was eating my lunch. A little before the stream, I finished eating my lunch. Before the stream, I had chicken salad on a bagel, which was very good. The guy around the corner from where I live is open today, so he's very, his thing is that he's very good. I love this sharpener. And it's easy to fix once it gets unstuck. If you ever get stuck, now that I know how to unstuck it from the pencil. You hear that snap? You don't want to go too hard with your pencil, though. That's what happens. That's because I'm a heavy-handed colorist. This happens a lot more than you think. So these are the Da Vinci pencils right now that we're using. Although there is one pencil that I hate more than any other pencil. Well, there's two pencil sets that I hate more than any other set of pencils. But they're in the box and they're hidden away because I don't like them. We'll just say that much. We don't like them. More drop pens. I see what I'm missing. There's another set of pencils that I thought I had misplaced them, but I didn't. Fine. More pencils. More pencils. Now these I'm not going to use because they need water to be activated. Okay, what happened at Target was we were doing our shop. All of a sudden, this big man, he's like 6'8" or something. So he towers over me and my mother. So he comes and bunching down the freaking aisles like this, and he starts breathing heavily. Like he sounds like he's a big bull. Oh my God! I was like, are you serious? I just want to do my shopping in peace. I don't want any problems. That's okay. So I'm like, this man, and he had one of those filters on, so I'm like, oh God. Like, you don't expect that when you go shopping and not in these conditions at Target. So these are the Watercolor Artisan pencils. Now I got these. I'm not really a fan of Artisan pencils as much as I used to be. You guys saw the blue case of the regular Artisan, but these are the ones that are watercolor. Yeah, like he was big. The man was huge. So you didn't know what this man was going to do. Sometimes you don't know what people are going to do because you have no idea what they're going to do. Huh? Mm-hmm. Yeah, just like a squash brush. He was really tall, this man. I can't even tell you. Now, this is a very different set. You see boxes here. Now, these are like the way he was breathing through his mask. Like he sounded like he was someone very mad, very angry. Any one of those masks that had the filters in it. So I don't know what the man was angry about, but apparently he was angry about something. So now these, you guys see the boxes here. This is the extras of what's in this set. So these are what you call tombow irritants. Now these are white pencils. These are like the muted colors. So this is what I call a muted color section because all the colors in these 3 box sets are muted colors. As you can tell, I got an extra red and blue because I'm also always using those colors because they're muted. So when I need more colors, I'll just go into that box and then put them in there. Well, because these are so little, they're harder to, when they're little like this, I wouldn't put them in this. I would put them in something more like this. This is a moped sharpener because it's an easier way to control them. There's like 3 sets of the tombow irritants. Yeah, we're counting up how many sets we have too, Miss Ann. So, this is my tombow irritant. This is from P9. I think this is what you call a neon green. Now, the tombow irritants are a great pencil if you like subdued colors. They are, but I don't have one right now on me. I don't have the, what's it called? The extender. This is too little even for an extender right now. I hope not. I hope there's no static. If you guys are buffering, refresh and change your setting to the highest setting that you can. And only 8 likes. Guys, come on, give me more likes. 20 of you here and only 8 likes. Thank you, Miss Robin. Robin is so good with the links, guys. Really, Robin is fantastic with the links. She does so much, guys, for streams for a lot of people who she does the stream. You know, without her, a lot of us wouldn't know where the links are. I hate bowing this static. Because then I feel bad, Anne. It's not something I can control. But those are my combos. I really, really like my combos. I don't use them too often because they're hard. They're hard pencils, but if you know how to use them, they're great pencils. They really are fantastic pencils to use. Another budget-friendly one. Now this is a budget-friendly one. We'll see how many sets we have. Number 22, Castle Art Pencils. Miss Michelle knows these very well, unfortunately. These are really nice pencils. They're comparable to a lot of other pencils. These were what, like I think 40 for the set of 120? I love these. These are just fantastically colored pencils. Guys, you don't even know like how pretty these are. And this is number 66. Oh yeah. That's a gorgeous blue. This is Castle Art. These are like a fantastically great budget pencil. I think these were enabled by Miss Ann. I think Miss Ann had these. If it wasn't Miss Ann, it was probably Kate or somebody else who enabled them. These color well on a bunch of different books. They color extremely well on Create Space paper. They work very well in the Johanna Basford book. Get yourself a small accessory kit. Order yourself a roller. Nellis, if you're going to go for a diamond painter, I suggest you buy a roller. Sometimes the roller will come with the kit. Sometimes it does not come with the kit. So when you get the accessory kit, it should come with containers, extra wax, a roller, a tray. So those are the things that you should get when you get a diamond kit. Also check if they have tweezers, because some of the kits don't have tweezers, some of them do. So take that, that's what you should get when you get a diamond kit. Get an accessory kit. Let's see what the accessory kit comes with. Besides little containers, it should come with a basic set of tweezers, wax, holders, a bolt, which is the tray that you hold your diamonds in. And check to see if you have a roller in it. Yes, you need a rolling pin. But sometimes the diamond kit accessory kit will come with a roller. Mine did. So I didn't have to buy the roller. Everything that I needed for diamond kits, everything that I needed for diamond painting came in my accessory kit. So when you buy your accessory kit, see what's in it, because most of the time when you get a kit, a little accessory kit, they'll come with it. But you will need containers to hold your diamonds. Sometimes what's in the kit is not enough. And right now I'm on my 4th diamond painting this year. The first one we did was the little partial unicorn. Then the second one was one that I did from Amazon that you guys saw that finished. And then the third one I did was a Diamond Art Club called Lover's Stroll, which is a picture that's hanging up in my room right behind me. So those are the ones that I did. I'm going to put these 2 pencils away, because I don't like things not being in place. And sometimes I will put more than one brand of the pencil. And then get that in there. So now we have number 23. You all know what number 23 is. Who knows what these are? Miss Ann knows what these are. Kim would know what these are. Let's see if any of you can guess. These are what we call polys. Yes, these are the polychromos. These are excellent, excellent pencils if you can afford them. I love them personally. Number 3, polychromos. This is rose carmine. So these are lovely. When I got them as a gift, Michelle. I didn't buy them myself. I bought a few colors and then saw if I liked them before I asked for them for Christmas. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll buy a very small set of pencils. That's how I started with my luminance. I bought a small set, and then because I couldn't buy the big set of 72 because the first set was so expensive to buy them. So what I did with the luminance is I bought them saying, I bought them as a small set, I think of 30 something pencils, and then I got the rest 40 throughout time as I could afford them. See, one thing people don't realize is that you can buy pencils individually. So keep that in mind. You don't necessarily have to. There's one color here, and I love it more than any other color. It's called Emerald Green. They're beautiful. I love them. So this is Emerald Green. So we're at 23 sets so far, guys, and I gave one set away recently. This is called Pencil Information and how many pencils the Grace have in her collection. And guys, what's out here? There's more pencils in my 2 boxes over there that you guys probably have never even seen. Like I probably have my color soap and my ink pens in there too. So I don't even have a full set of color soaps because they don't make them a lot. This is Emerald Green. Guys, if you want to get a pencil set, sometimes I would recommend, what you do, get a basic set of 12. Like, if you want to get polys and luminance and Pablo's, buy a small set because it's a little bit cheaper. That way you know what you like. Some people like oil pencils, some people like pastel pencils, some people like wax pencils. So, I know they like, it's funny, if you buy a full set of Holbeins, the Holbeins are cheaper than the polys now, which it boggles my mind. Yeah, if you go on Amazon Japan, they're like 200 something, and the polys are. I have a big backup too. Yeah, I'm really great. I just have to put the markers on top of each other so I can have one. That'll work. Then there's these. This lovely blue set. Now, these were gifted to me along with this beautiful blue case. A lot of you know who gifted these to me because there was a person on the stream who gifted these to me. And I was very happy to get them because I had wanted them, but I just couldn't afford them at the time. I'd already had so many sets. These are the Pro colors. And an extra set of, these are the Pro colors. If you guys are not familiar with these were given to me as a gift. And then she also included another set of Sohos, so 24 plus an extra set of Sohos. This was an amazing gift, guys. This really was one of the best gifts that I got in a really long time. That's a very good deal, actually, considering that you have to spend almost $300 on Amazon. This is Grass Green. These are beautiful pencils in their own right. See how nice and sharp that color does the pencil? And you guys are getting to see what a really good hand crank does. Really good hand crank does almost all your pencils like magnificent. And this is grass green in the Pro colors. Now with sand pencils, you have to be lighter-handed. Like with your Prismas, you have to be lighter-handed. Same thing with the Tombos. You should be lighter-handed with them, but I find that they're harder than the Prismas sometimes to use. And sometimes, and I know a lot of you go through this. But do you guys ever get sweaty hands when you do your color pencils? Because once my hands start to sweat, then I know it's time to stop. I think you should, because Blick has some very good prices. Not that they're the best always on prices, but also check Jackson's Art Supply, because sometimes they have good deals. Jackson's Art Supplies, Dick Blick, Amazon would be the 3 sites I would check for colored pencils, because the prices can vary. Also, guys, you might want to check out those little saving apps like Honey and all those things that save you money, because sometimes they'll find items for you a lot cheaper than what they might not go into a store. Also, guys, check Walmart and Target during Christmas time, because they have deals during Christmas time. And a lot of people forget that they have deals during that time of year. Keep that in mind. Now we're going to go into the other base. Now we're going into the box. No, find my names. More markers. Watercolor stuff. Go into the boxes, guys. Boxes and pencils. I will take that. I don't go too often in the box. That's okay. So if you have to go, guys, go. Then I have boxes of stuff. Really nice boxes of stuff. Oh, what are these? What are these? I didn't know I had these in there. I apparently have oil pastels that I forgot I had. I apparently forgot I have oil pastels. Cheap ones. Bye, Shara. I have oil pastels. Pure Tacky ink. I didn't know I had that. 24 grip. I didn't realize I had that stuff in here. See, this is what happens when you start looking through your stuff. You realize you have a lot of stuff in here that you shouldn't have in here. What comes with like these? I forgot those. Oh, I forgot I had those even. That's a tacky water brush. Yes, Grace has a lot of other things that she forgot. No problem. No Number 25. Now, these are watercolor pencils, so I don't really get to use these all that often. These are Faber-Castell grip pencils. These are just these you're meant to activate with the these you're meant to work with water. So since I'm not prepared to work with water, I'm not going to work with that. Guys, keep that in mind. So I do not even remember this. Some of the stuff I don't remember getting, to tell you the truth. Really, I don't remember getting half this stuff. Oh, I got it in a I got it in a sketch box, some of this stuff. From this. Then I got this okay. These are old, but I remember these. These are called Essential Colored Pencils. I think I got these when I first started. Because they look like the kind of pencils you get when you start coloring. And I see some other pencils here that I don't remember. Like here's a I think this is a gold Faber pencil. This is a Derwent Light Fast pencil, which means I got it in a sketch box thingy. Then I got two of these pencils here, which is a Derwent drawing pencil. I think what are these? These are a small set of super colors that I think my friend got me. So I think 26 and 27, I have a small set of super colors and essential colored pencils. So I'll say 26 essential colored pencils. It means that light fast basically means how. I forget who explained it. Harry at the art gear guide explained light fast. 27 small set of super colors. That's 27. That's a very small set of super colors. We got the time always doing that. Then I think I got these, which is a basic set of 12 color pencils. I think I got this with something I bought, like a Dazo book. I think I got some pencils. There's no name on them. You'd be surprised what you buy when you're young and when you're starting out in pencil. When you're young and starting out in pencil, well, you don't know better. Then number 29, Stapler Ergo Soft pencils. Now, the thing about these is that they're meant to be softer than pencils, and if you have problems with your grip or things like these are particularly made. These are nice because they're just really nice to color with. Let's try this color. I haven't worked with these in a while. I always like to work with something new and different and see what I work on. And these are supposed to not break because they have this little white thing on them. So these are supposed to be really good. You know, Harry at the art gear guide really explained what light fast means. Now remember, these were not easy to get. I had to go to England to buy them. I had to go to Amazon UK to buy them. You know, sometimes when you're buying pencils, you have to not You can't buy them in your own home country. I remember when I got these, I was so excited to get these. The worst pencils that I ever bought were diamond-driven pencils. I hate those pencils so much, and I have like I have 120 of them. Wish to God I had never bought them. They were like only $20. I should have known that at $20 is not going to be fantastic. I didn't know I had this many. I have another box in this can of stuff too, of art supplies. Remember, you probably have been hearing me go through them. These were hard to get, Kim. When I got these were really hard to get because I had to go to England to buy. I had to go to Amazon UK to buy them. And at that time, I wasn't shopping in the other Amazon stores yet. You know, I miss the old Printworks Markets website. I really do. Some of you know why I miss the old Printworks website, because you could get a lot of nice Swedish books there. Like I got Saga Sagna there, a lot of Maria Troll books there. Like my jewelry box is the Swedish one, and I think that was the last book I bought there. Which was the jewelry box, but I bought it in a Swedish version, and I think it was one of the last books that I bought from there before they switched over to the new version, which they don't allow you to buy. They don't allow Americans to buy from Printworks Market anymore. Well, not coloring books anyway. I think I have a lot of sets, a lot more sets than I thought I did. I'm going to say that right now. I have a lot more sets than I thought I did. I wasn't planning on making this a pencil video, but apparently it turned into what pencils does Grace have, and let's color from all the pencil sets if she can. We haven't even gotten to my color source. We haven't even gotten to my Inkheads pencil yet. So I know I have at least 2 more sets. Look at this. I'm a little surprised that that is an Ergo Soft to you. Nice, easy, flexible pen. So these were really old ones. I'm surprised that I have these. Let's see what's in here. Yes, all my pencil cases are different colors too. Miss Kim, what are these? Well, I went in, you know, over the years you buy a lot of stuff and then stuff that this is the other stuff. What are these? I just mentioned what these are, and this is not a full set of ink pens. I think I'm missing like 6 of these. I'm missing like 6 pencils in this set, so it's not a full set. So I was buying them individually, as you can tell, to fill up the pencil set. Yes, you do. Now, what makes these special is that I wish I had a little water, and I could show you how you activate these. So these are ink pens, but these are different than any other pencil because they're ink, they're not watercolor. Let's get that straight. A lot of people use these in watercolor pencils, but they're really ink. So these are the only pencils that have ink in them, and they get activated by you putting water in them. Now, a lot of people like to use this when they're doing ocean scenes or, you know, they're working in a higher end book. Because if you work with these in a lower quality book, they're going to bleed through everything. And I do mean everything. So you can use them a couple of different ways. Yeah, you can watercolor with them, but they dry up really fast to throw in ink pens. Who did a tutorial? There was one person who did a tutorial a few years ago. I think her name was Peter Hewitt. She did on her channel. She did a tutorial on how you use these. Also, Coloring Klara has used these a few times. So if you go to Coloring Klara's website, she doesn't update as much on YouTube as she does. But if you're one of her Patreons, on her Patreon, so these are like different. Throwing ink pens are very different colors. They're the only pencil that has ink on them. So keep that in mind. Now these are Color Source. I don't have the full set. I think I'm 5 away from completing it as well. So these were one of the very first colored pencils that I got, along with my Prismas. So I don't really use these either as much as I should use them. But they are nice pencils in their own right. But the problem with these, like the Prismas, if you go too hard, they'll leave dust and residue all over your photos, over your pictures. So keep that in mind. We're going over which pencils. Pencils are like, pencils are like people who use them. So everybody has different qualities, different expectations when they get their pencils. There's even more stuff. Oh my goodness. There's a lot of stuff right here. Oh my lordy, even more pencils. Now, these are the worst pencils I've ever used in my life. And I say that honest to God, I hate these pencils. These pencils are the worst pencils ever. I've kept them in the bottom of the thing. For whatever reason, I've kept them. But these are horrible pencils. I would never recommend these to anybody. Never, ever will I ever use these again in my life. These are horrible. These are called diamond-driven pencils. Now, I bought these for $20, and they are the worst pencils in the world because they are so light they don't even get pigment. And I tried one time to color with these on one of the pencils. And let me tell you something. I had 2 cranks in my hand after using these. I couldn't get any color as hard as I pressed on these things. There's 120 of these, but if you ever see these diamond-driven pencils in Amazon or anywhere else, do not buy them. They are not worth the money, in my opinion. Become a pencil stream. This has become These are called Up, Up, and Up pencils. These are 12 color pencils. I've got these in a gift basket somewhere. These were in a gift basket. Oh my lordy, I haven't seen these in a while. Oh my. I forgot I even owned these. This is called Studio Series, Fun Line Marker Set. I have not seen these in a while. That's interesting. What do you find in here? Oh, these are some of my earliest pencils. I found this. I actually kept these. God knows why I kept these. This is number 34. Rose Art colored pencils. Now everybody owns a set of the basic Crayolas. I guess I kept these for whatever reason. I guess I found them in an old box somewhere. Then these are some of my very first pencils. I bought these when I bought my very first coloring book and didn't like them because I had to peel them. So these are old pencils. These were some of my very first pencils before I found the better pencils. So these are color appeal pencils. What we find when we look through the and then very old watercolor pencils with no name. I probably bought these at Barnes & Noble back in the day. At the time, I didn't really know how to use them because I wasn't really proficient in watercolor. It's interesting to remember all the stuff that you find when you're not looking for it. What are these? Oh, these are the basic Staedtler pencils. I guess this is a 24 set of Staedtler color pencils. These are not the Ergo Softs. These are the regular Staedtler pencils. It's amazing what you'll find when you're not looking for it. I found these, which is drawing pencils. I don't really consider these colored pencils because they're really meant for drawing and doing things like that. So I don't really consider them colored pencils. I just consider them just like drawing pencils. Another set that's horrible. These are horrible. Now this is a horrible set. This is the set that I hated more than any other. Like besides the diamond-driven pencils, this is the set that I hate. Now it came with the case. It came with the sharpener. And let me tell you something. I had a video where I was coloring a picture with these pencils. Let me tell you something. I got such pain in my hand that for 2 days after using them, I had sharp shooting pain all throughout my hands after using these. This is the pencil set that came before the Schriftfer Farben pencils. These are called Goodyism pencils. Now, Goodyism is the same company that makes the Schriftfer Farben, but this was the set that I don't like. I will never use these again. Another pencil. I just want you guys to be aware that there are some bad pencils out there, so I would not recommend getting everything that you see. To keep everything. Oh, look at these. Look at these. Oh, look, big markers. Hey, look of Stella. If you're me, you guys always will get some of these, which are called the graphite pencils. Now, graphite pencils are great to get if you need to clean out your pencil sharpeners. Every once in a while, you will need to do that to keep them sharp. Oh, look, and pencil extender. So every once in a while, you do need those to get your pencil thing. Oh, look, Kim. Dual brush markers, combos. Now these were the original combos. Color Splash watercolor pencils. Now these are watercolor pencils. These must have been my really early stuff. This is over many years. You can tell I barely use these. I know. It's amazing. Because I never go through these boxes, really. Until someone asks me to go through this stuff? Oh, this is a brush cleaner. Now what this does is if you use water and you do water stuff, I don't really like them. I'm not going to talk about them because I don't like them. They bleed through everything and they're water-based. So now what this is the brush cleaner. You use this to clean your brushes out when you're done. If you do watercoloring, you guys are going to need the water brush cleansers. You don't necessarily need them, but you should have them just in case if you use a lot of brushes when you watercolor. So, and if you're not using a water brush. Hence why you need the cleaner. Probably why I got it. Oh, 50/50 pencils. Why did I get 50/50 pencils? Everybody is familiar with these. Or at least you should be, that give you 2 colors in 1 pencil. So, and I guess these are the same ones. I guess I bought 2 of them because I thought they'd be good. I know, some people do what's called modern metallics. I guess I have metallic pencils. I cannot believe I found stuff I had forgotten about in this. These are metallic pencils, which means they're like metallic shades. This is just, it's great to find things that you have forgotten about. And then these are called Bright Ideas. You sometimes find these in little craft shops and little hobby shops. I think I bought this from a hobby shop called PIQ because they were selling weird stuff at that time. And so these are more metallic stuff. I don't care who you are, everybody has a set of these. Everybody has a set of these. Everybody has a set of these. Come on, guys. Who doesn't have a set of these? Do you guys remember the Crayola challenge? Who here remembers the Crayola challenge? Where the terrible coloring book thief came and stole all the coloring supplies, and we were only left with 12 or 24 colored pencils of Crayola or Crayola crayons, whichever one. We had to finish a picture using nothing but crayons or pencils, depending on what the thief left you. That was the challenge. You had to use nothing but Crayola during the challenge. Remember, Kim, you remember that challenge where people laid that down in there? Yes, and I have 2 more sets of Crayola pencils, 12 and 36. 2 more sets of Crayolas. It's funny to see all the things that I forgot I had in these boxes. And then we have another set of basic pencils. I don't even know what these are called. 12 colored pencils. Oh my God. I'm kind of like a little shocked here that I have this much stuff. I have really forgotten about all this stuff. Guys, I really did forget about all this stuff that I had in here. And I think these are similar to Posca pens. If you don't have Posca pens, I think these were given to me by somebody a long time ago. And these are called Galaxy markers. And I think someone gave these to me a long time ago. I have no idea if these work or not. So that was really nice. Thank you. I didn't even realize I had this many things in here. It's been a while since I've gone in this. I didn't even realize I had this much stuff in there. That just amazes me to know that I had that much stuff in these boxes. which means I got to resort through all my coloring book supplies. I guess later today, I'm going to know my project, which is to take everything out of my boxes and stuff and then reorganize it in a way that makes sense with my pencils and supplies. I didn't even realize I had that many things. So about 42, 45 sets. We'll say we have 42 and 3 extra sets of duplicates of the Crayolas. But I would never think. See, these are your basic starter pencils. So that to me is, I'm a little taken back that I even have other stuff in there that I didn't even realize. I didn't even realize I had a fine line marker set in here from a long time ago. I know you do love me, Kim. I didn't even think that I had that many sets until someone asked me how many sets I had. Do you think I have a marker problem now? Remember, Kim, I gave away a set too a few days ago. I mailed them out to a certain someone. I don't think I have a pencil problem. I just didn't think when you first start, you don't know what you like, so you buy everything. Remember, pencil addicts are called pencil holes. Marker addicts are called marker maniacs. Remember that. Really, I don't have enough. Oh. I think what happens in the beginning is you buy everything and you don't realize what you actually like till much later. I'm not doing my markers. That's a separate stream, Miss Kim. That's a separate stream because I just found more stuff. So that's a separate stream. You know I don't have that many markers. I only have like 6 or 7 brands of markers. So I don't nearly have as much as Miss Ann does. And I just found out that Kate is also doing Kirby in May, and she's calling it May Morphia. So I need Morphia book. So I'm going to ask her if she would like to team up with me. I'm going to send an email over to Kate because Kate is doing the same thing I'm doing in May, which is all of Kirby's books. So I'm going to see if maybe she'd like to join with me, and maybe we'll decide on a different hashtag for May because mine was Kirby May. Hers is Kirby Morphia. So I think because we're both doing the same thing, it might be prudent for us to team up. Isn't she? She's lovely. I'm not doing my markers, Kim. I just went through all this pencil stuff. I'm going to have to clean this all up. Are you crazy? If I do my markers, everything will be all over the place. What do I have? I have a few. I have CaliArts, Pianos. I no longer have my Artisas. I have my Winsor & Newtons. Some Parkous left. Dick Blicks. My Copics, my Dick Blicks, my Parkous, my Winsor & Newton, CaliArts, and Pianos. That's all I have. Miss Kate. Some gel pens and some fine liners. Oh, that's right, old Bics. Then I saw these in there too, and I have some of the old Tombos, but I'm not even sure my Tombos have any juice left because it's been so many years since I did that. I don't even know if these have any juice. I gotta actually go in and test and see if these have any juice in them. Oh, we could actually test that right now to see if any of these have juice in them. We could test those. Let's see if these have juice in them. Looks like they still have juice in them. A lot, but they have juice in them. I just got rid of 8. I just gave 8 to Miss Michelle. I don't know how many. Last time I counted, it was a lot. I'm on the verge of finishing a second book this month. I actually finished a coloring book this month, Original Bliss Volume 1. I actually finished that this month. I'm only 2 picks away from finishing Crown Fantasy Queens by Deborah Mueller. So I'm almost done with 2. So I actually got a lot done this month in Crown Fantasy Queens. I actually colored a lot of pictures from those 2 books. I think with pencils, it's subjective to the person. Like, I really like these casseroles. I forgot I totally had some of the stuff in it. I have so many books now, Liz. That's not even a fair question. I don't want to count, because if I count, I think I'll go nuts. Besides, that's a separate stream. And you also have to remember, Nellis, that I will have to also do a finished picture video for the month. So at the end of the month, I'll be filming a one finished coloring book because I have one book finished this month. So that gets it flipped through. I will not be keeping it though because I have no room to keep certain things anymore. You know, I have to make decisions. Even if I finish a coloring book, doesn't mean necessarily that I'll be keeping it. Can I tell you something I'm working on, guys? Off the camera. We almost did a mermaid. But you guys remember this is the World Heritage book? Well, I want to show you what I have finished. Remember when we started this, that I started this and I didn't finish it? Well, this was with Schrift and pencils and some other pencils, but mostly the Schrift but this is what we have finished so far in it. Done so far in it, so it's coming along slowly. If any of you want to But I like the strip of farbins. I have an idea, but I don't want to say in front of the camera. That's including PBS. So do you guys remember what your first coloring book was? Because my first coloring book happened to be Johanna Basford's Secret Garden. I think that was the very first book I bought. And then I bought supplies because I didn't think I had supplies at the time. Little did I know I did have supplies in the house, but I just didn't know where they were at the time. There is a new setup. They have a 96 set. But the new set has numbers and names on the color. Mine was the original set, Robin, that didn't have names, but they had numbers. The second set was another 272 set that came out. They redid the set, and they had names and numbers. That was, I think the number was around there last year when we did the collection last year. But at the end of the year, I'll do another collection. Doesn't mean it'll have the same books. Because what I've done is I've started to give away. I have finished books and I can't keep them in the collection indefinitely, but some I do keep because they're special to me. And then some I will not keep because there's just not room for them. Some I've given away to other people. I've used them as giveaways for other people to color in them and enjoy. But that gives you an example of what kind of pencils you guys can have out there. There's watercolor pencils, there's ink-based pencils. I like blue pencils. I like purple pencils. Yeah, the Sugar Farb is a very nice farb, and I think they're a good pencil. I think a lot of people don't use them as much as like I like my Delies a lot too, and a lot of people don't use that. So when I do take those out, those are special to me. When I'm done here, I'm gonna have to just literally go through everything again. So. But I really hate the Goodyeism pencils, and I really hate the Strip of Farbin pencils. I mean, not the Strip of Farbin pencils. I really dislike the diamond-driven pencils. I'm thinking of getting rid of them. And I'm thinking about getting rid of the Goodyeism pencils because the two things that I don't like about them. Number one, the diamond-driven pencils were very, very cheap. So that's the first thing that should have raised a red flag to me when I got them. Second, when I try to press hard on them, there's hardly any pigment. Schiffer Farbin. Schiffer Farbin. We'll call them the SF pencils. Let's call them the SF pencils. Mm-hmm. So SF pencils are nice. And they work really nice in the romantic country books. Like the issues that I have with other pencils compared to them in those books, hardly any issues with the other ones. We're probably going to have to finish this on another stream. I wasn't expecting to go about 2 hours, but I wasn't intending to go into those boxes. And then I just took everything out of this drawer, and then I was like trying to find something. I was actually trying to find something in this drawer, and then I just took everything out because it's like, let me take everything out. Let's see what I actually have. So I was kind of surprised when I went into the boxes because I had forgotten about all that stuff. So that threw me for a little bit of a big. That threw me for a little. So I might get rid of those diamond-driven pencils. That just, some pencils work really well. Like I love my Castle Arts. I love the like these. I really love. These are the Castle Arts, and I really love them. This is number 36. And it's hard to say what a favorite pencil is because a lot of times, for me personally, oh, that's what you meant, Robin. These are great pencils. All right, you know. That's good. I like these. I like these. Like the SF pencils. I like my Delies. There's a lot of nice budget-friendly pencils out there. But I do like my Prismas, my Polys, my Lyras. I'm not gonna lie. I really love my Pablos. You know, Here's the thing. I don't use my Luminance as much as my Pablos. And that's just because the Pablos have a lot more skin tones than the Luminance. But you can still use the Luminance for nice things. The Luminance has a lot of nice colors when you want to do wood and stuff. Like they have a lot of nice browns. The thing that I like about the Lyris is they have some really nice colors that you don't get in other sets. That a little bit the thing. And the thing that I like about my Tombow Irritants is that the colors are a little bit more muted. Get a different color scheme. Like say you want to go lighter with your colors. Each pencil serves a purpose for me. It's not like I don't use them all. someone should bring back the Crayola challenge. I think if we all, I would like to see some people redo the Crayola challenge. I would love to do the Crayola challenge again. But it was, you know, the first time I did it, it was a lot of fun to do it. Just to see how you could color with crayons or pencils, you know, and see how you would do with them again. You know, now that I know more, I think I could do a lot more stuff with them. I think it would be fun to do it. That's good, Lily. Okay, guys. I think as soon as I do the bricks, as soon as I'm done this one, then we'll stop for the day. Because I need to put all this stuff away that I took out and really go through it. I didn't intend for this to be as messy as it came out. Now it's all over my empty pencil set. So I'll finish up here. Hopefully when I come back. Do you guys want me to stream tomorrow? Because I can stream tomorrow if necessary. So to come back tomorrow, we'll continue working on this picture because I do want to finish it on stream so I can include it in the finished pages for this month. And I'll just put this pencil down this way. So everyone, thank you for coming to the stream. I didn't expect it to be this many people. Everybody have a lovely, lovely day and have a great weekend and stay safe and comfortable. Bye, everybody.